Yeah, I'm doing this. I don't think I've ever fully understood people's obsession with Staff Ellie. I've asked several people why they care, and usually the answer seems to be some mix of nostalgia and aesthetics. To each their own, I guess. But Staff hasn't been a part of the PvE meta for a very long time, being outclassed by pretty much every other Ellie weapon in some way. However, it is actually functional. And now these versions of the build aren't being fully maintained by any build site anymore, rest in peace lucky noobs, but I will have their current benchmarks in the description. They are very similar loops to the non-staff counterparts. I'm running a simplified version of the Condi build here that's not running Weave Self, because I only found out that was a thing way after recording this footage. And even this very simple version still works fine. Now, if you've been paying attention, you probably noticed that I'm referring to multiple builds, like plural. That's because there is both a power and a Condi version of this build. They're really similar in gameplay, so I'm not making two different videos about them. But the power version currently has a higher damage ceiling, but is a bit harder due to using a conjure weapon. There is only so much I can say about these that isn't an exact repeat of the regular Weaver videos. It's Weaver with a staff, what are you expecting? If you wanted staff, here it is, it's entirely playable. I might not personally like it as a weapon, but the prevailing attitude that staff is unusable is just plain old misinformation. And in the end, that's really why I'm making this video, because people have been clamoring for a staff build, and like, it is right here, it's just not being shared around because of all of staff's inherent issues. Let's rapid fire through the defense and utility section before I get to those problems. Defense is poor, go figure, you're an Ellie. Condi has an edge here due to the earth traits, and unlike the power sword version, you can use your range to avoid standing in some damage. There are some defensive options in the utilities, but they're all a bit meh. Utility is also kind of weird. Functionally, you only have a singular CC skill, but you do have a free cleanse and access to stab, which is pretty nice. Utilities can get you more cleanse and greater elemental, which can act as both CC and a burst heal. Right. Now, back to the reasons why you don't see staff on sites like Snowcrows. It adds two major weaknesses to Ellie's already problem-laden gameplay. One, a ton of your damage comes from pulsing ground target skills, like Lava Font and Meteor Shower. So any target that can move, like, ever, is a huge liability to you. And two, some of those same AoEs are big enough that they do not reliably hit smaller targets, making you lose a good chunk of damage in some fights for literally no reason. Let's be real, you came to this video because you wanted to play Staff Ellie, and here's your official permission to do that. It's functional, it just isn't any more than that.
I'm nigh invincible.